All right. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the summer 2026 lab bootcamp, which you are enrolled in. And I'm Dr. Monica Odi, and I welcome you to the lab. The bootcamp lab is obviously very different from a traditional semester course, and it consists that you will prepare yourself for coming to the lab. Then we have 5 days intensively together where we work all day. You will have a practical exam at the end of that 5 days, and then you go home, finish your ELN, data analysis, write up information, analyze experiment, finish your ELN and your electronic lab notebook, and at the end of the semester you have a knowledge quiz, which is online and proctored. And I'll just walk you quickly through the calendar shell, how it's arranged, and what's expected of you, and to make sure you're successful for the lab. So again, it's pretty straightforward. Overview information. You don't need a lab manual. We provide everything electronically. You have to do some training, biosafety and lab safety training, and a few other ones that have to be submitted. The use of AI. We do encourage use of AI, but we highly recommend, or we require you to disclose when you're using it as well. All right, so let's go to the modules and see how everything is organized. And don't be afraid. There is a lot of, it looks like there's a ton of information, and there is, but I've broken it down for you to have it manageable and that you can arrange your time. So we have all these modules with information, background, and so on. And then we do have the lab manuals, and we have the quizzes. Oh, I just deleted the quizzes by accident. I will bring them all back. And then, so you've got your lab manual and you have your quizzes as well. And then it is aligned with a textbook, but that's not necessary for you to look at. One thing I would like to point out that this class, the Bootcamp Lab, is quite difficult to teach because some of you have a lot of experience and work in labs, while some of you probably have never taken a lab or microbiology lab before. So we provide a lot of information, and you pick and choose what you need to be successful. Again, we've got the orientation, we've got the information about the instructors and so on, and then you have information about training certificates, and you have to submit those. The introductory discussion board is due after the first week of classes because we want to get to know you. We're really curious about your background, your interest, and why you are pursuing the degrees. The second part is I just added the lab manual, all modules. So this is a document. Rather than going through each of these modules and then going to lab manuals, I put all the lab manual modules together for you. So you have a quick access to the different Word documents where you then can go through and get prepared for your class. There's also YouTube videos that it should be very helpful for you. But what I really emphasize is that you must come prepared to the Bootcamp Lab. We will be so fast-paced. If you have not looked through the modules, you'll be completely lost. So I really highly recommend go and look at the Quizlets. The micro Quizlets have all the vocabulary you expected to know, and then the quizzes are built on the Quizlets. So I would start there and then go to the lab modules and go through those. We will try to complete all the lab modules in these 5 days. So you can expect that it is a lot of work. But again, the resources are there, and I put them all together for you in this one tab that you have quick and easy access to it. Because again, there's a lot of information to go through, and to be successful, you don't need to have all the background information. I would highly recommend you focus on the lab manuals and the lab activities. We do want you to learn reference management if you don't use a program yet. So again, there's information and resources for you. You can use any reference management platform you'd like, whether it's EndNote, Mendeley, or something else, and you will have to demonstrate before you come that you know how to use reference management. That's really important. It's a very simple skill to learn, but it will benefit you for anything you write and use references in the future. Same with the electronic lab notebook. That's really important as well. It's where you keep all your resources, data, how to do the experiments, protocols, and so on and so forth. That will all be in your electronic lab notebook. And to help you out, we want you to submit the electronic lab notebook template, just an outline of all the experiments, before you come. So once you come, you have an outline already. It will be faster. You can just add the information, the pictures, figure legends, and so on, and data analysis as well. So that should help you quite a bit to be prepared for the lab. And you should be quite easily deduce it from all these modules, what to expect. Again, you will not be able to do your results sections, but we can definitely do introductions and materials and methods. And there's information in the info page. All right. So you will have the template before. After the lab in June, you go back and complete the ELN. You will submit it for feedback, and then you do a final submission. PPP and aseptic technique, obviously, that's really important for the lab, and that will be hopefully a no-brainer within a short amount of time. And then we come and do all the activities as we go along, and go literally experiment by experiment. We'll have some things already prepared for you, and then we go through all these different activities. We will have a page as well where we collect class data, because that's a great way of being a bit more quantitative. Because if you just get one results from your experiments, that's really not quite as informative as if you can see the different results from different students in the class, and then see how experiments can vary, and also see those where you should expect very similar results. Attendance is required for the 5 days. This is absolutely mandatory that you are here the whole time, and pretty obvious. We do have a couple of field trips planned for you as well, so that we have a little bit of a distraction during these 5 days as well. Okay, so that's pretty much a rough outline of what's going on. I'll make a separate video about Gideon and about some other things. Again, look at the lab modules, look at the Quizlets, become familiar with the vocabulary, and then you have several attempts for the quizzes, also they're proctored, and you should, again, come prepared. So make notes, make summaries. If you want to, you can use Notebook LM. You can add the resources and find a way to have it organized, have AI organize the information for you and help you out. All right. So this is just a brief overview, and we are excited to welcome you very soon. And we hope to see you in a couple of weeks.